Good afternoon, everyone. David Paul speaking. 10 past 3 UK time. The American market has just started trading. I'm looking at the front page of VectorVest USA, and short-term trend is up, longer-term trend is up, and that longer-term trend has been confirmed by price action. Short-term trend lost a little bit of momentum today, and VectorVest advocates caution when buying stocks at this time. So, what am I looking at? Well, I've got quite a few trades running in the US, and I'm glad to say they're all going well. I'm looking today at CROCS, the shoe people. That's the name of this video. And ladies and gentlemen, it's up a tad today. It's pretty much fully valued, but I'm looking at this as a swing trading opportunity. But what is really interesting is this relative value number on VectorVest, which is a measure of the price appreciation potential over a window of 3 years into the future in relation to the risk-free rate, a AAA rated corporate bond. At 1.57 on a scale between 0 and 2, that's a great number. Anything above 1.3 is excellent. The safety and the predictability of the earnings going back on a scale between 0 and 2 at 1.2, that's good. And the RT is above 1, which means it's rising. And the VST, the master indicator of value, safety, and trend at 1.3, that's a good number. The CI, which I refer to as VectorVest's secret weapon, is an incredibly strong 1.8. So this is a share that's trending and trending strongly. The trend is getting stronger with little volatility. It's on a buy recommendation, and VectorVest believes it's going to grow earnings at 39% next year, which is one hell of a clip. So let's look at the chart. The chart looks really interesting. Here's the chart, folks. And if you've listened to any of my videos over the last little while, I'll put up, this is over, let's put a yearly chart up. There's this trend and the CI showing this very strong trend up the page indeed. Now, if we go to a 6-month chart, market has pulled back to support. As you can see, a very easy to draw in support line. It's pulled back to support in a flag-like pattern. And as you can see, the top line defining the flag, in fact, caused resistance here for a couple of days, and it seems to have broken through, folks. It seems to have broken through. It's on a buy recommendation. And if I put in another support and resistance, which is fib, and as you can see, the lows here on the very tails of those candles for about a week was right at the 62% retracement level. So we've got a confluence of this long-term support line and a fib. That's pretty good, plus this flag-like pattern, which is a bullish pattern. The market's, in fact, has come back and kissed the top of that flag, and I think that conservative investors could do much, much better than any investor, never mind a conservative investor, to consider an entry above that last high of yesterday's high, in fact. So that would be confirmation that the market is moving our way. Another little bit of information is the stochastic, and as you can see, the price is rising, but the stochastic, in fact, is flat to falling, and that's what's called reverse divergence or a slingshot. I don't know what's going to happen next, folks, but it looks good. There's earnings per share rising quite strongly. So we have I believe, a high probability opportunity in this particular shoe manufacturer, shoe distributor. I think the only negative thing is that the overall market has in fact moved so far. And we've got a situation in the American market where just before Christmas, there was 4 times more companies on a sell recommendation than a buy recommendation, and 6 weeks later, 7 or 8 weeks later, I suppose, that's completely changed, and we've got a buy-sell ratio of 5.25, 5 times more shares on a buy than a sell. And our research people in North Carolina advise that when the buy-sell ratio gets above 4.25, that the market is very stretched indeed. So we've got a stretched American market, but nevertheless, the short-term trend is up, the long-term trend is up, and I really like the look of this as a swing trading opportunity. That, folks, all you got to do is to draw a channel along those tops, and that will predict the target, and that would look as if there's a target up there of about $36, $37. I don't know what's going to happen next. Nobody knows what's going to happen next. All we can do is that we can put together fundamental analysis, which looks great on this share, and technical analysis, which looks great on this share, to try and push our hit rate up as high as possible, and more importantly on hit rate, to try and push up our risk to reward ratio as high as possible. I think that it would be prudent to wait for a breakout of yesterday's high. I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.